When did we stop calling dementia senility? Imagine a time when forgetfulness and confusion in older adults were simply seen as part of getting older. That was the era when the term senility was commonly used. For many decades, especially before the mid-20th century, senility, or senile dementia, was a broad, catch-all phrase to describe mental decline associated with aging. People believed that as you grew older, some decline in memory and mental sharpness was inevitable and normal. But as medical science advanced, so did our understanding of what was really happening in the brain. In the early 1900s, a neurologist named Alois Alzheimer made a groundbreaking discovery. In 1906, he described specific brain changes, plaques and tangles, in a patient who had early signs of dementia. This was the first clear evidence that dementia was caused by particular brain pathology, not just aging. Around the same time, psychiatrist Emil Kraepelin, who mentored Alzheimer, began to differentiate between different types of dementia. He introduced the idea of presenile dementia, 4 early-onset cases, and senile dementia, 4 later-onset cases, but both were still considered part of the same broad category. As research progressed through the mid-20th century, scientists realized that cognitive decline was caused by specific brain diseases, not just the aging process itself. This understanding led to a shift in language. Instead of using senility, which implied that mental decline was an unavoidable part of aging, doctors started to use the term dementia to describe these conditions more precisely. The change was gradual but significant. By the 1960s and 1970s, the medical community largely abandoned senility and senile dementia because these terms were vague and carried negative connotations. The new terminology reflected a better understanding that dementia is a set of brain diseases, like Alzheimer's disease or vascular dementia, which can be diagnosed and managed. This shift also helped reduce stigma and encouraged more targeted research and treatment. Today, dementia is the preferred term because it describes a group of symptoms caused by specific brain changes, rather than implying that aging alone is to blame. So, the move away from calling dementia senility happened mainly during the 1960s and 1970s, as scientific knowledge grew and the importance of precise diagnosis became clear. This change has improved how we diagnose, treat, and support people living with memory loss today. Remember, if you or someone you know is experiencing memory issues, it is always best to consult a healthcare professional for an accurate diagnosis and appropriate care.